Well, as we were talking about, Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke this hour will be appearing before the Senate Budget Committee. It is his first appearance before the new, more Republican Congress took hold earlier this week. And one key questioner is a Republican Senator Charles Grassley, who joins us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, thanks so much for being with us. In light of today's jobs report, what is your line of questioning going to be to the Fed Chairman?
Well, I don't think the jobs report's got anything to do with the questions that I'll be asking. I'm going to be very, very concerned, and I'm sure most other members is, whether or not the Fed printing more money and, more importantly, buying up federal debt with it, which is kind of a Ponzi scheme, a money laundering scheme, the extent to which they're going to be on top of it so it doesn't become an inflationary spiral as a result of their actions.
Right, and Senator Grassley, some of the words you're using, the Ponzi scheme, we've heard some of that before, but I want to just get down to the substance of why I ask you about the jobs report, because it shows that essentially the economy is moving along the way the Fed chairman said it would be moving along. It's going to be choppy, low inflation at this point, and it's proper for him to use the government, to use taxpayer money to stimulate the economy, because we still are not seeing that accelerating jobs growth that you would expect at this point. That's what I mean by that.
Well, and I was trying to speak to that very point without necessarily relating it to the most recent job report by saying that we are increasing employment. You're seeing unemployment going down at the very same time that they are printing more money and then using it in a very unusual fashion, buying up federal debt. That is a very inflationary tendency, and I'll bet you're going to see the price of gold go up today as a result of that action and as a result of his continuing this.
So for you, Senator,
using this job report as an excuse.
Okay, so Senator, for you to get to the bottom of why Bernanke is doing this, as you say, printing money, what exactly do you need to ask him?
Well, I think, first of all, that I don't want to, as a senator, put total responsibility on the Fed chairman. Let me make that very clear, that Congress is part of the problem. You increase spending by 22% over the last 2 years and go into debt the extent to which we have without seeing good results from it, because we never saw good results from the stimulus package. Congress is part of the problem as well. Now, of course, the Fed is typically a counterweight or counterbalance to the Congress of the United States to stop fiscal irresponsibility on the part of the Congress from becoming inflationary.
But Senator, you're exactly making this point, which is that you've had several of your Democratic counterparts saying that the Republicans have come into the House, and on the very next day they have gone ahead and taken actions that are just going to increase the deficit here in the United States. Yeah. I mean, these are your own colleagues doing this.
But see, you're going by the Congressional Budget Office figures, and you've seen how wrong they've been on health care reform before. So I hope you don't draw a conclusion that what the House Republicans are doing are bad because the CBO says it's going to increase the national debt when the Fed was, or I mean the CBO was off $150 billion within 3 months after the president signed the bill. So Senator, you just can't go by the Congressional Budget Office. What we got to do is get discretionary spending down.
Right, but I think those have also been supported by some nonpartisan think tanks as well. But Senator, thank you very much. We don't have much more time for this, but Senator Grassley.